Yusa from Sajikawa High wins? That's surely a mistake, right? Taiki's our main protagonist, so how has he lost both in his doubles and singles matchups? Hello everyone and welcome to the Anime Zillia, and today we're here to talk about chapter 23 of the Blue Box manga series. And what a shocker of a chapter this was, as our main protagonist gets knocked out of both the doubles and possibly the singles in the badminton of sports. So is Taiki's national chances all over and done with? Well, I have a possible theory that could better explain the ending of this chapter, so we're better to start than to explain myself in that regard. Personally, I think this match was not a singles national qualifiers match. Instead, a match brought on by a disagreement between Yusa and Taiki, with basically a realistic match set up to prove a point. Maybe this match came before the national qualifiers took place, or during a match between the two. So maybe Taiki won one round, and then before his second round, he goes up against Yusa to prove a point that he can be a great badminton player because he is kind-hearted. As we know, Yusa does not believe that to be true because Taiki is too kind-hearted and does not have what it takes to be a great player. So that could have led to an argument between the two, thus leading to this match and the shocked reaction from Taiki. I think that was just him losing, and Yusa was basically proving his statements to be correct by winning, and winning in the way that makes a big impact. Because the way that Yusa won was by using the skill/shot that Taiki himself has desperately been trying to perfect. Now, the fact that Yusa beat Taiki this way I thought was absolutely amazing, and I loved it. Simply because we got this piece of dialogue before Taiki revealed the shot himself in his double match, where Yusa's teammate was trying to get Yusa to study Shiodo's actions, because Shiodo is this amazing player. Yet this shot that beat Taiki from Yusa is an indication that Yusa was watching the player who he sees as the best, a diamond in the rough known as Taiki. It's clear that the fact that Yusa used his shot was the fact that he was A, trying to prove a point, and B, showing respect for Taiki's skills, even though he doesn't believe that Taiki has what it takes to be a magnificent badminton player. After all, during the doubles match, when Taiki did this amazing shot, Shiodo couldn't do anything but stand still like a statue and watch as the shuttlecock flew past him. Of course, the series in this chapter has been building up this particular shot as being this powerful, impactful, and secret weapon that Taiki's had that he's been trying to perfect. And I like every angle they're using this with because it just adds more credibility to the move. Now, another angle they could shoot the shuttlecock down within this series is, of course, Yusa having a change of heart and is actually training Taiki to show him how to perfect this match through physical practice. Maybe Yusa sees potential in Taiki and is training him to not only give himself a good match later on, but also to maybe have someone finally beat Shiodo and shake up the badminton sort of scenery a bit. Now, there was one theory I saw a commenter write on the Shonen Jump website underneath this chapter that I wanted to give a shout out to as well because it was actually a very intriguing comment. And what they said was, what if this is the final match and it's Taiki versus Yusa and Haru actually lost to Yusa, thus giving us a different finals than before. However, my only issue with that is the fact is I would like to have seen a Shiodo versus Taiki because they built that up and they've been trying to create this really impossible imposing player in Shiodo, and they've hardly shown anything about him. So that's my only criticism of that one, but then again, still a really cool, interesting idea. Now then, it wouldn't be a chapter of Blue Box without a cute Chinatsu and Taiki moment. This chapter shows our main girl for a brief second, yet manages to show us that she's someone who learns from her mistakes. And this example comes from her realizing that her telling Taiki that he's got more time still and he's only in his first year wouldn't do any help in relieving him of his sadness of losing in the doubles. It wouldn't cheer him up, it wouldn't be helpful. And I like the fact that Chinatsu sort of knew this and sort of, told herself this, because it shows that she's able to develop and grow and progress and mature, which I really do like. Instead, she leaves a cute message saying she's definitely going to make her shots, which I thought was great. It's wholesome. I loved every second of that segment. Okay, so let's take a look at Taiki, our main protagonist now, as he gets this new move and is determined to make it work because he feels like this is his best move within his arsenal. But it's safe to say that Taiki might have gotten a bit overconfident / too optimistic within this chapter. Evident to the fact that Taiki thought that he could beat Shordo in a singles one-on-one matchup. Not sure about that, buddy. I understand that you shouldn't go into any match with self-doubt or a negative mindset. But Taiki, did you just forget that you got beaten by Shordo and his teammate in a doubles matchup where most likely Haru helped out massively in getting the points that you secured? Now don't get me wrong, I like the fact that Taiki can be this level-headed before going into a high-stakes matchup, and the fact he has a lot of determination I can respect. That was all great, but after losing and kind of picking himself up, it shows good character development and traits, but I still feel like there's more development to come from Taiki in the future. I'd love to see him after this loss breaking down and apologising to Chinatsu, saying something like, "I'm sorry, okay, I wish I could have gone to nationals with you, together, but I failed, I'm terrible." While also showcasing a lot of emotion when saying this, laying his feelings out there in the open, showing some vulnerability. And basically, Chinatsu just walks up to Taiki and hugs him, states that she'll wait for him on the national stage for as long as it takes. I think that'd be really sweet, wholesome, and would play to both characters' strengths. Now, of course, that was just a hypothetical sort of example of how they can take Taiki's character moving forward and develop it further. But, of course, if they were to do this, then the series could take Chinatsu to nationals this time around, while Taiki trains to become an even better and more rounded player. Going through his second year, failing again, getting closer, but this time, when he's a third year, he gets there. He gets to nationals, and who's there waiting for him at centre court? Well, that's right, it's Chinatsu. A bit older, but keeping her promise of waiting for Taiki on the stage that is nationals. Well, like I said, hypothetical, but whatever happens, either way, I'm excited to see what direction this series goes down into. Because after this matchup, we have a lot of possibilities. I may be wrong. Taiki might actually have, gained qualification to nationals, but just lost in the finals, like that commenter said. But whatever happens, I'm excited. I enjoyed it. Overall, I loved this chapter. It was a shocking chapter, but still brilliant. The art style was fantastic throughout, and I loved that double spread shot of Taiki smashing that shuttlecock. That was wild, edgy, rough, yet still had that cleanness that you would expect from a fast-paced moving manga. I hope you've enjoyed this review. If you have, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and hit that like button, subscribe for more Blue Box, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, alligator, matane, goodbye.